The best superpowers in real life.
If you've consumed any kind of fictional series, you most definitely know what a superpower is. The roles they fulfill in their respective worlds are always fairly easy to distinguish. However, some of these applications get lost in translation when it comes to our own world. For example, the MCU's version of the Infinity Gauntlet is extremely overpowered, but if you tried using it in real life, you'd get fried from gamma radiation or probably get disintegrated from the sheer power of one Infinity Stone.
But if I lock in, I can probably use it, chat. You gotta believe me. If Iron Man used it, he did have a suit on, but if Iron Man used it, that means I can use it because he really just a regular person. I just gotta lock in. I'm gonna find a way. If I get the Infinity Gauntlet, I'm gonna find a way to use it, chat. Trust that.
Disintegrated from the sheer power of one Infinity Stone. There are other reasons as to why some powers are worthless in real life, and many of you have probably seen me make arguments about these types of abilities. But for today's video, I wanted to add another installment to the best superpowers to have in real life because there are a large number of conventional and convenient powers that need to be covered. First ability we're covering is Aokiji's fruit, the Ice Fruit, or for you purists, the Hiei no Mi. The Ice Fruit, as its name suggests, grants the user ice abilities. Whether it be creating ice constructs or directly freezing things he comes into contact with, he can do almost anything ice related with this fruit. Want an ice bird? You got it. Freezing a body water? You could do that too. You want some ice balls? You can get those too.
What do you mean by ice balls? That's really just blue balls? What are you talking about here? See, now if I said something like that, chat, y'all will call me sus. But he said it and y'all gonna let him slide, huh? All right. I just feel like it's not fair. Y'all pick and choose when to call people gay, and that shit was gay. And another fucking thing, how the hell is this bird ice but still flying? That shit just pissed me off.
You got it. Freezing a body.
How, bro? How? Oh shit. The video just started and I already fell out my chair, bro. I don't understand. Why do you hate me so much, chair? I thought we were on teams, but now it seems like we got our own lore going on. Do we need to go to counseling or something? You're supposed to support my back, not let me fall on the ground.
Freezing a body water? You could do that too. You want some ice balls? You can get those too. Okay, that came out wrong. That came out wrong. I know those sounded like extremely simple applications.
He meant what he said.
A long way with some solid water. For example, Aokiji's leg got cut off in his battle against Akainu, but he can just fill in the missing leg with a leg made of ice. Aokiji's ice has also been able to freeze entire tsunamis, which can function very well in real life natural disasters. There's also a really cool application of his ice powers that Aokiji does when he rides his bike. As he starts pedaling on the ocean, he freezes a path for himself to avoid falling in. It's a little thing, but it's different from what we usually see.
That's kind of tough though. Like imagine if I had that power, I can get on my bike and go to Japan. I ain't gotta pay thousands of dollars. I'm saving travel and cost for that. You know what I'm saying? I might consider using this as one of my powers. You just converted me to an ice user. I thought ice users were trash because they can just get canceled out by fire users. But it seemed like they have some type of use.
For himself to avoid falling in. It's a little thing, but it's different from what we usually see. You also don't even need to make direct contact with the water and can freeze stuff from a certain distance from what we've seen. With this power, you might even be able to take a crack at those melting ice sheets in the Arctic. Granted, I don't know how much you'd actually help in the long run. The ice only lasts about a week, but I'm pretty sure some polar bears would appreciate you. Just in a general sense, ice manipulation has always seemed like one of the safer options in fiction. Like think about all the ice characters we've seen in media. They are typically not pushovers.
Asdef, I forgot. Asdef is that guy or gal, depending on how you view her. She is a good ice user and she's sexy. She can get it anytime. I might have to join the ice gang. I'm gonna give her this ice cock. Why did I say that? Just press play, bro. Just put the fries in the bag, little bro.
They are typically not pushovers. Aokiji is one of these characters, and in terms of sheer raw power, this man makes his fruit look like a top 5 strongest fruit in the series. Like when Blackbeard's crew rolled up on him, he easily froze all of them. And let me get into possibly the most important point that I've avoided talking about. With ice being an element and the power coming from a devil fruit, this would make the ice fruit a Logia. What does this mean, you may ask? Well, from my understanding, when you eat a devil fruit, you become the thing that you ate. I know that doesn't make sense at all, but let me put it like this. You know when a character with a devil fruit ability introduces themselves and they say they're an insert devil fruit name human? They're not lying. Someone like Doflamingo is a string human. All of this is to say that when you eat a fruit that is of the elemental variety, you become an element human. This means that you are essentially immune to taking damage unless random Joker number 326 learned hockey and starts boxing you up. Barring those extraordinary circumstances, any seemingly crazy injury you receive will ultimately result in you returning back to your original form. And it makes sense. How are you gonna hurt an element without having any preparation? You ever try to punch sand out with your bare hands? It's not doing anything. The only way you to get touched is if you receive damage from an elemental weakness, so I hope you got your Pokemon type chart memorized. So it's clear that the Logia intangibility would likely be the main selling point for this fruit, and probably most of the other Logia devil fruits like Kizaru's. And just to address one of Akainu's burners commenting right now, yes, basically every other Logia is better than the one that turns you into a Magma Man. Intangibility does not make up for the inconvenience. Go clean up some ice versus cleaning up some lava and tell me which one is easier to do. Anyways, for our next power.
Hold on, I got a quick question. So let's say I suffocated a fire user because fire doesn't survive without oxygen, and I like, you know, put them in something that they can't breathe, will they eventually burn out? Like Ace, if I put Ace had a hole in his chest. I don't think this is a good example. If I put Ace inside something where he couldn't breathe and there was no oxygen, would he eventually die and burn out? Nah, I don't want to ask my question anymore. And if y'all see this in the video, it's because I had more confidence when I was editing the video. It kind of sounds stupid when I'm saying it out loud.
Better than the one that turns you into a magma man. And tangibility does not make up for the inconvenience. Go clean up some ice versus cleaning up some lava and tell me which one is easier to do. Anyways, for our next power, I wanted to quickly cover portals. In the last video, I brought up scientific implications for super speed without realizing those same implications could apply to teleportation. So that one's on me. Thanks to all those who made me aware of it in the comments. I think moving forward, I'll try my best to avoid using science to discredit a power unless it's extremely obvious. With that being said, portals are a very simple power to understand. Boom, circle appears that you can enter to get to a different place. Unless you got some fugazi portals that randomly bring you places, you can do anything that teleportation can with a few changes here and there. To run down some of the points from my last video, you can easily travel with something like portals, which would help everyone on this planet. It's instantaneous transport from one place to the next, excluding the time that it would take for you to actually go through the portal. Physical dangers don't exist for you, considering that you'd just be able to portal anything coming your way somewhere else. To be honest, you can easily argue that the applications for portals far exceed teleportation. If you watched Across the Spider-Verse, then you should be familiar with the villain Spot. If not, he's basically one of Spider-Man's B-list villains that has the power to create spots that just so happen to be portals. In this movie though, they decided to make him a lot more serious considering his powers are broken. This guy went from a simple street level thug to a monstrosity near the end of the movie that was a threat to the fabric of the multiverse. But to be honest, we can ignore all that multiversal mumbo jumbo. The original state of his powers in the beginning of the movie are more than good enough to be functional in real life. Look at this scene for example. Miles tried to shoot a web at him and he portaled it back at him. Do you know how hard it is to actually do damage to someone like that? You could give a crazy cooldown on this power and I'd still take it over most other abilities.
Really? Oh, bro, he inside him. I do not like this scene, bro. Seeing my goat inside another man just makes me, I'm a little cringe right now.
The next power I wanted to talk about is Mahito's curse technique, Idol Transfiguration. This might be the most hacked out ability that I'm going to name of this video.
This ability makes me be able to touch all of you at once. Like I could touch the whole world if I wanted to. Man, this is a perfect power for me. I'm all touchy with everybody.
Mahito's curse technique, Idol Transfiguration. This might be the most hacked out ability that I'm going to name in this video because conceptually it's a busted power. Idol Transfiguration is a curse technique that allows the users to change the souls of anyone they touch to their desire. They're also able to alter and maintain their own soul. This means that you will be able to perceive souls, which would mean so much philosophically and spiritually, but we really don't care about that now, do we? With Idol Transfiguration, you can turn yourself into any shape your heart desires. They animated the whole sequence with Mahito just to show off his capabilities and how quickly he can change from one animal to another. And despite being so young, Mahito was able to show us a lot of different uses out of this curse technique. He has demonstrated many times the capacity to change his body parts into sharp metal-like weapons. One of the most extreme examples of Idol Transfiguration was when he blew himself up to simulate his own death just to sneak Mechamaru. Easily one of the smartest usages of this power. There's also a true form, which honestly doesn't matter much for any of us in real life because it's just a stats buff, but it looks cool, I guess. The list is really endless of what you're able to do with this power. Think of it a bit like Plastic Man, but with souls instead. And in case you haven't,
I heard Plastic Man is one of the strongest characters of all time. I know for sure I've seen that in the comment section. Like Plastic Man can beat almost anybody because of what his power is, which I don't even know what his power is, but I know a lot of people say that he's that guy.
Plastic Man, but with souls instead. And in case you haven't thought about it, since Mahito can alter the soul, which changes his own physical body, if he sustains an injury to his body, he can just change his soul to make the injury go away, or strongly maintain his soul so that the injury was never there. So there's no way to actually hurt him as long as he has energy to use his technique, and if he's not fighting someone who can attack the soul directly. So that means bullets, swords, even nukes mean nothing. Everything can just be returned to normal as long as your soul stays intact. Similar applications that can be done to yourself can be done to others as well. So you can transfigure the souls of other humans into any shape you desire. Now,
Junpei, why you had to show that, bro? That's a sensitive spot for us anime watchers, man. Our boy Junpei just got played for a fiddle, bro, and then turned into a big ass herpy monster.
Humans into any shape you desire. Now, we mainly see Mahito do this to horribly disfigure a bunch of people and then turn them into living blobs. But in case you didn't know, Mahito's a curse, so he's evil. However, there was one case where he actually did heal someone's body, that being Mechamaru. Prior to Mahito healing him, his body was so fudged up, it's not even funny.
I was born with glass bones and paper skin.
You know what's crazy?
I break my legs.
If I had this power, I would turn everybody that's ugly into the most beautiful person. Actually, I would turn everybody into the most beautiful person. But beauty is subjective, so I can make everybody beautiful to me, and all y'all think y'all ugly. So hey, you know what I'm saying? Maybe don't give me that power because I'm definitely gonna do that. I'm like, you're ugly, I'm ugly, we all beautiful. Why the fuck did I do that? Maybe not give me that power because I'm gonna go crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Every morning I break my legs, and every afternoon I break my arms.
And you know, the funny thing is, that clip is not even much of an exaggeration either. But one touch from Mahito and he was fine afterwards. I personally see two distinct routes with this ability. The first is being a regular surgeon. I wouldn't even need medical school for real. I could just walk into a hospital and start healing people. There would be no disease that could stop me. All those terminal illnesses would cease to exist. Millions of lives saved. And you know, that's a good idea and an honorable one at that. The other route is becoming a plastic surgeon. The amount of money I could make with this route is disgusting. It feels almost criminal.
Make everybody in the world beautiful.
Go to you. Anything you want, I got you. Lip filler, more height, more muscles, BBLs, I got you. Come to—
Why the fuck did you show that picture of Kyle Big Booty Lowry? I better not see any of y'all say smash in the comments. I just know I'm not gonna see that, right? Like, I can trust y'all not to do that, right?
Anything you want, I got you. Lip filler, more height, more muscles, BBLs, I got you. Come to the alleyway and Olama-sama got you covered. Yeah, no, that's wild, I won't lie. Is this as honorable as the other idea? No. But is it an option? Yes. Regardless, if you give me this curse technique, I'm making some type of impact. Before I move on to the next power,
same. That's my favorite.
Enjoying the video, you might as well subscribe. With that being said, we can talk about one of my personal favorite quirks from My Hero, Overhaul. In a previous video during a rant about Shigaraki's decay quirk, I briefly alluded to decay being a derivative of Overhaul, as all it does is destroy things, while Overhaul can destroy and put things back together, which I cannot emphasize how important that part is. To be more accurate, Overhaul grants you the ability to assemble and disassemble matter with your own hands. This doesn't mean you can create matter, that's scientifically impossible, but being able to reassemble any type of damage done is so applicable to any type of problem you may find yourself in. All of those little repairs you need around your apartment can be fixed easily. Finding a job would be incredibly easy too. Any blue collar job will want you because of your ability. You got people breaking backs working in construction while you can just touch a couple things and be done with the entire process. You obviously can defend yourself very easily as well if it comes down to it. We mainly saw Overhaul creating spikes from the ground and attaching other limbs to himself to help his strength or give him extra mobility. But I really think
he can become forearms. I'm not gonna lie, I might have to watch My Hero. I know I talk a lot of shit about Deku. My Hero might be a watch. I did watch season 1 a long time ago and maybe season 2. I think y'all on like season 7 or 8 right now. I'm gonna finish My Hero. I'm gonna definitely finish it. I've watched almost every anime out there, but one anime I will not watch, and I promise you this will never happen, Black Clover. I'm never watching that, bro. I watched 3 episodes and Asta was yelling the whole goddamn time.
But I really think you can go even further with this ability, or at least do crazier things. Like, you can probably go stupid with body modifications to make your life easier. And like other powers on this list, which is starting to become a trend, you can heal yourself and others with this quirk. Overhaul was able to heal someone's head injuries with ease during season 4. One of the main plot points of that season was him abusing his healing properties on Eri to get her DNA. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that since his quirk is kind of like Shigaraki's decay, if he touches you, he can just mark you on the spot. He'd turn you into a bloodstain and he wouldn't even break a sweat either. It's just a normal Tuesday. Anyway.
But can he beat Saitama though? Can he beat Goku? Like, you saying he can murk you on the spot, but can he beat my niggas for real? I could beat my niggas, but I know he can't beat my niggas because my niggas can only get beat by me. Yeah, I said that. That literally came out of my mouth, chat, and I have no words for it. Let's just act like that didn't happen. Again, let me press play.
To a bloodstain and he wouldn't even break a sweat either. It's just a normal Tuesday. Anyways, his healing can go an absurdly long way. Theoretically, he could put someone together and quote unquote revive them. I really was not joking when I said that it was important that he could reassemble anything that he destroyed. Like, Eri was getting broken down and coming back to life essentially over and over again. It's obviously questionable how far this can really extend to. You're not gonna be like Shenron resurrecting everyone. However, this specific application is interesting enough that I should at least mention it in the video. Honestly, if we were doing a draft for the best quirks in My Hero, I wouldn't be shocked if Overhaul went in the top 2 or 3. It's just that good. For
what y'all think, chat?
I'm not even gonna give you guys the whole rigmarole. Shadow clones are my personal first pick in the powers I've talked about in this video. Shadow clones are simple. You clone yourself and boom, there's another you. If the clone sustains enough—
I'm not gonna lie, if I had shadow clones, it's a lot of devious things I would do. But one of the good things I would do is I would make videos and then have the shadow clone edit. That's what I would do, chat. Nothing too crazy. That's like one of the first things that come to mind. But there is some devious things that I would do. I'm not gonna lie. 2 of me, can I switch places like my consciousness? Or like if I'm fucking somebody and I'm the shadow clone, will I be able to feel it? That's a good question. That's all I got. That's all I got for y'all.
I've talked about in this video. Shadow clones are simple. You clone yourself and boom, there's another you. If the clone sustains enough damage, it goes away. You can also get rid of the clone yourself if need be. We're gonna ignore a lot of the chakra requirements and go on with the assumption that your physical stamina now will be relative to your chakra reserves. With that being established, you probably only need one shadow clone to have a drastic impact on your life. Each clone has all the user's memories, skills, and physical stats. So this clone could fill in for you at any job, class, appointment, etc. I should also mention that once the shadow clone disappears, all the experience gained from that clone is transferred back to the user.
Oh yeah.
In Naruto, this can be used for intel gathering on missions, but since we're not in some Shinobi era, you can use this trait to your advantage in two different ways. The most clear example would be being able to multitask. Contrary to what some may think, your brain isn't actually capable of focusing on multiple tasks at once. In reality, it's actually able to switch between tasks very rapidly, simulating the thing we call multitasking. But with shadow clones, you can have a clone studying or exercising or doing anything really, while you, the user, can do something else. Your productivity is doubled at minimum, which will give you such a large advantage in the real world. But as I previously said, the trait of clones retaining knowledge and experience is twofold.
If my shadow clone exercises, will the calorie deficit go to me? Like, if he lose a bunch of calories or lose weight, does it come to me, or is it just a shadow clone? Because it is a shadow clone, but do I get the benefits of him exercising? Because I might as well do it myself if I ain't getting the benefits.
The trait of clones retaining knowledge and experience is twofold. Since shadow clones allow the user to retain the experiences the clone receives, if both the user and the clones are practicing the same activity, once the clones disappear, the user will attain all of the clones' experience. We've seen this done in the series with Naruto primarily. To give you an example, say you yourself are trash at basketball and want to get better. You go to the gym and put up 50 shots in like 30 minutes. It's an alright amount of practice for sure. Now add 3 clones of yourself doing the exact same thing at the exact same pace. Well, now you've been able to put up 200 shots total in 30 minutes. You can also look at it as getting 2 hours of training in 30 minutes. It's pretty safe to say that's a pretty big difference that would drastically improve your performance. Apply a similar example to basically anything you're trying to get better at, and you can see why shadow clones are so good. You're basically dilating time to your advantage.
You converted me.
Like Naruto, and you can have like 20 of these things running around to help you. You'd be able to improve at anything faster than anyone else. You could also do a good old-fashioned jumping at moment's notice, which is also pretty handy. I can honestly see why Naruto spammed this so much. Why would he need anything else? The last power I wanted to briefly talk about is an ability a couple people mentioned in the comments. Enhanced luck or luck manipulation, however you want to call it. It's by no means the most flashy or cool ability. It's honestly fairly straightforward. Some may say,
that's not a superpower.
but when it comes to someone like Domino, it's gotta be supernatural. Look at this. This is absurd. I could walk around on the highway and not get hit once because I have really good luck. Things just seem to go your way every single time without you having to do much. Imagine the potential with this power. I can go get a lottery ticket. I could be lucky enough to not deal with traffic. I can gamble. I could do that. It can locally extend to anything really, considering a lot of life has some luck involved in it, no matter how you slice it. You live life knowing you basically got plot armor every single day. Enhanced luck feels like the type of power that is more appealing depending on the level of luck the person already has. So to someone who typically has terrible luck, they'd probably want this ability in a heartbeat. If you'd say that you find yourself normally having pretty good luck, then you can laugh at those who even need to have something like this to mimic your power. So that's all I got for y'all today.